Hey, what's going on? My name is Scott. I'm a former police officer, and I came across a video on Instagram that just had me going, oh, because it was a video of an officer who had pulled over a man because the man was flashing his headlights to let oncoming traffic know that there was law enforcement running radar in the area.
Flashing your lights at everybody to let them know that law enforcement was sitting there running radar.
Oh my gosh. Look, where I worked, it was perfectly illegal for someone to do that, protected under the First Amendment. But also, in my opinion, when I was running radar or other cops that I worked with were running radar, if there was someone flashing their lights to make traffic slow down, then, I mean, those who were speeding slowed down. Mission accomplished in a way, right? Okay, some might disagree with me. All right, back on track. When it comes to the video, I saw it and was thinking, oh my gosh, this is bad. So I started doing research into the incident, and I found the full video on the YouTube channel, The Civil Rights Lawyer, to which he gave my channel a good comment on one of my videos that I made a few months ago. Thank you for that, Attorney Brian. But here's the deal. I'm not going to echo what a lawyer said about this incident that occurred in his state where he happens to be a lawyer. You want to learn about the legal aspect of that along with other legal aspects that police officers have to be attentive to, then check the link below. However, my thing is this. In every police interaction, there's basically three things. Basically, the legal aspect, the human-to-human aspect, and then the tactics aspect. There's other aspects, I get it. But when it comes down to what this officer was doing as a person, interacting with another person, I didn't agree with it at all. So here's the footage and let's go through it. And I want to give my advice, particularly to those of you who are interested in getting into the profession and those of you who are new to the profession. In my opinion, you can't have this perspective, this deputy's mentality. It doesn't serve you well. Check this out.
That guy flashing these lights, warning everybody you're sitting there.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going after him. All right. That was pretty stupid, wasn't it?
What's that?
Flashing your lights at everybody to let them know that law enforcement was sitting there running radar.
Is that what I did?
As a police officer, please do not get in the habit of just walking up and saying something like that was pretty stupid or what. Please get in the habit of introducing yourself when you approach the driver. I am Officer such and such with such and such agency, and the reason why I stopped you is this. If you want to learn more about advice and insights into traffic stops, then click that video up here where I go more into that. But I didn't agree with the way the officer said this is pretty stupid. See, in my opinion, stupid is when you do something negligent, when you do something careless that gets other people hurt. Not flashing your lights to warn oncoming traffic of cops running radar. He and I have a different perspective on what people do that qualifies as being stupid. Anyway, moving on.
Is that a crime?
Yeah.
It is? I didn't know that.
You got your license, registration, proof?
Yeah,
Why would you do that? You're flashing your high beams at people to...
In the daytime?
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a crime.
It doesn't say daytime or nighttime. It just says that you can't do it, and you did it. What's that?
The insurance, I didn't look it up on my phone. I don't think I got the actual card yet, but let me see. The insurance, because I got insurance. I switched from Allstate to State Farm. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't know that was a crime. I didn't know that was.
Yeah, you can't high beam people at any time in the daytime or nighttime.
I didn't know that. I didn't know. I mean, yeah, nighttime I understand, but daytime I don't know.
I'm sure I could articulate some other kind of driving charge in there for doing that too.
Well,
That's pretty crappy.
Yeah, I apologize.
I don't know if this deputy was having a bad day on that particular day, but this man's being very respectful. And in my opinion, when people were respectful, and I'm reflecting back on my law enforcement career, if people were being respectful, there's the discretion to help them out and not dig into them and lecture them. Just something to think about.
I'm sure I could articulate some other kind of driving charge in there for doing that too.
Well,
That's pretty crappy.
Yeah, I apologize.
All right, here's the deal. Basically, the video goes on for a little bit where the man is trying to get his insurance information. Then the deputy goes back to his car and does his thing, running license, all that kind of stuff. I want to fast forward to when he makes a second approach and how it just goes after that.
All right, sir, there's your stuff back there. And I wrote you 2 citations today. First one being special restrictions on lamps, which you can read that code, and it says no flashing lights shall be on a vehicle. And at that point in time, you had flashing lights on your vehicle.
Oh my gosh.
It's unauthorized.
Well, under the Constitution, it's protected in the First Amendment. But I'm going to look into it.
That's in Tennessee.
Yeah, I'm going to look into it. I'm going to
Yeah.
see about West Virginia.
Yeah.
'Cause it's free speech, you know.
Yeah, it's not illegal to do that, to flash and warn, but it's
All right, looking back on my time in law enforcement, particularly when I worked on patrol, there were times when I stopped cars because of equipment violations, whether it was no taillights working at night, no brake lights working, a headlight out at night. And when I stopped these cars, sometimes people would just take off running. Obviously, there was more to the story than just equipment violations. But also sometimes equipment violations led to me arresting someone for driving while impaired. You never know what you're going to get. You can't just assume it's just the equipment violation. But it's my thing is this also. When people were cooperative with me and there was an equipment violation, say this headlight thing, it's an equipment violation. If people were cooperative with me, I didn't write them for an equipment violation. Because a little quick tangent, when you think about it, most people don't know that their brake lights don't work. You're just not paying attention to that stuff. You don't do like a equipment check every time before you drive your car. I had to understand that. Like, you didn't want to lose your ability to connect and relate to people and stuff like that. So I was pretty shocked to see that he actually wrote the man for flashing the headlights.
illegal to high beam, and it is legal to have flashing lights on your vehicle, not being an emergency vehicle.
I'll see.
Huh?
I said, I'll see.
Okay. And I could take you to jail today for your unsigned registration card, but I just wrote you a citation for that. That's actually up to 6 months in jail. You think it's funny, sir?
I'll take the ticket, sir.
I know, but do you think this
I'll
is
take
funny?
this. I'm allowed to laugh. I can laugh all I want.
Go ahead and step out here for me.
No, I didn't do anything.
Sir, I'm asking you to step out of the...
Am I being detained?
Yes, sir, you are. Step out of the vehicle.
Okay, now this is what got my attention. Like, are you kidding me? Because here's why I disagree with it. Because I remember I got really good instruction when I went through the rookie school. I mean, it was back in 2007. And some things I remember from people taught me that long ago because it was that good. And one of them was a major. He made it very clear that there are laws that you go, why are these laws? But they were, but that doesn't mean you had to enforce them. Here's what I'm saying. He called it chicken scratch. There's another name for it, but I'm not going to say it on this video. If you're a police officer, please do not ever put that on a ticket. Here's my opinion. An encouragement towards those wanting to get into the profession or those who are new to it. Never ever get to a point where you're putting chicken scratch on a ticket, particularly for someone's cooperative. Not signing the registration card? I mean, I didn't agree with this at all. I was just like, he wrote him a ticket for that. I can't believe it. And then he said I could take you to jail for that. Here's the deal. In my opinion, to which I know some officers are going to be like, dude, settle down. You're attacking another officer. Man, it is what it is. I want cops to be good. And when you are threatening to take a cooperative citizen to jail over an unsigned registration ticket, it's like, do you have real crime that you go to, like robberies, stabbings, shootings, assaults, larcenies? I mean, what? I don't get it. I'm getting fired up. Do you not respond to that stuff? That'll really put it in perspective to where you're not going to take someone to jail over a unsigned registration.
And I could take you to jail today for your unsigned registration card, but I just wrote you a citation for that. That's actually up to 6 months in jail. You think it's funny, sir?
I'll take the ticket, sir.
I know, but do you think this
I'll
is
take
funny?
this. I'm allowed to laugh. I can laugh all I want.
Okay. Go ahead and step out here for me.
No, I didn't do anything.
Sir, I'm asking you to step out of the...
Am I being detained?
Yes, sir, you are. Step out of the vehicle.
Are you serious?
Place your hands behind your back for
Are
me.
you serious?
Yes, sir. Place your hands behind your back for
Oh
me.
man, you're serious, brother.
I'm not your brother.
Believe me, you're not.
Yeah, I'll never be your brother. I'll never be your brother.
Exactly. You'll never be my brother. Just be careful.
I don't want to be your brother.
No, just be careful with me, sir.
Don't jerk away from me.
Just be careful.
Don't jerk away from me, sir.
Just be careful.
Don't jerk away from me.
My wallet is in the car.
Okay, I don't want you to jerk away from me
I was
right
going
there.
away from the traffic.
No, I was putting you in front of my car,
Okay.
which is away from traffic.
You're arresting me for laughing.
No,
I didn't do anything.
I'm arresting you for unsigned registration.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
Okay, so stand right there. Do you have any weapons in the
I ain't
vehicle?
got no weapons. No. I ain't do nothing. I'm working now.
Okay. Hang tight in front of my vehicle for me. Hang tight right here in front of my vehicle for me.
Alrighty.
I guess I'll see you in court. All right, ticket still stands there. Special restrictions on lamps, unsigned registration card. I gave you till the 23rd of this month to contact the magistrate. Phone number's on your copy there. Once you contact them, they can tell you how to take care of it.
Okay.
All righty, sir. Be safe.
And obviously, it's upsetting to see that he put this man in handcuffs because, look, he had the ticket. He gave the man his license back. The stop is over. This guy was laughing about the charge. People can laugh. I was going to post my original recording to YouTube, but then I got to thinking, let me discuss just a little bit more about the man being placed in handcuffs, to which this deputy claims that the man was being placed under arrest due to an unsigned registration card, to which, are you kidding me? That should not just be some initial charge to place someone under arrest, in my opinion. But then also, you and I are probably on the same page where we have a pretty good understanding and reason to believe that this deputy placed the man in handcuffs out of retaliation because the gentleman started laughing. And he took the man out of cuffs after making his point and flexing his authority at the man, which is totally wrong. And also, this reminds me that when you take action like this as a law enforcement officer, this wrongful action, you're not only representing your department, but now with social media and the news and everything like that, you are representing every law enforcement officer across the country. All right, back to my original recording. Here's the deal. If you're interested in getting into law enforcement or you're new to it, you must understand you can't take things personal. Plus, there's that whole respect thing. You can't just expect to be respected. It is earned. But also you have to know what you can and cannot do within the law. And when you do make a mistake and you forget some technicality and your case gets thrown out in court, don't take it personal. Just learn from the next one. I'm speaking from experience on that. Remember, your ego is about the self. When you make it about you, you have decisions based on emotions that can really do damage to not only yourself, but the department and obviously the public as well, to a certain point where sometimes someone can get hurt. We don't want that. Even when you're having a bad day, you have to keep yourself in check as best you can. But also, when I was a training officer, I would tell my rookies, guess what? You're not a big deal. You're really not. You're going to do big and impactful things when you're working as a police officer. But when you're no longer a cop, guess what? Crime continues, the department continues. And then I would also tell them, when you make a mistake, own it and take that mentality for the rest of your career. Here's my thing as well. You've heard me on many other videos say respect and empathy go a long way. Empathy, not to a point where you're letting someone get by with criminal activity all because you're empathetic. You can understand where they're coming from. No, we have to have accountability. But if you can put yourself in someone else's shoes and then communicate through them that way while doing your job, that really helps when the communication gap. This deputy, in my opinion, he's so focused on tickets that he loses his ability to connect with someone. And when the guy's laughing, in my opinion as well, to just kind of de-stress a little bit from the interaction he's having with this deputy. And then the deputy starts, getting mad about that. Not good. Not good. So click right here for your next video, and I look forward to talking to you again soon. Take care of yourself.